guys, welcome back. This is part 2 of our holiday listing challenge. This is basically, I did this last year with my mother, White Owl 55, and we did this last year. We had a lot of fun doing it, and we decided to do it again this year. Now, we ran out of time in the first video because I don't want these to be really super long. So we decided to break it up into segments and so yeah, we're back for part 2. So let me bring her on, White Owl 55. Hi, Mom.
Hello.
So what do you got today to show us?
Oh, let's see. I have large items, small items, expensive items, and not so expensive items.
Yeah, same here. I got some items. They're inexpensive, but they're cute. I like them. Yeah, so if you missed the first one, we introduced ourselves a little bit here. I am Crack and Christine, and if you're not familiar with my channel, I am a part-time reseller, and I am a third-generation reseller. My mother is the second generation. She's been reselling since the 1960s, and the first person that we know of who's done it in our family was my great-grandmother. And she used to take my mom when she was little because my great-grandmother started doing it during the Depression era. They didn't have thrift stores. It was hard to get stuff. So she was dumpster diving before it was a thing. So that's how they got a lot of their furniture, and they were able to turn stuff around and sell it. So that's how they survived during the Depression era. So if you watched the last video, we had some really great stuff. And we got some more cool stuff again today to show you guys. Now, all these items that we are going to show you are either from our death pile or items that we bought recently that we're going to list. I think I have 1 or 2 items today that I'm going to show you. I think I'm going to keep it though. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it. So we'll see. So how you doing, Mom?
I'm doing good. Had lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah, we went to Panda Express. That's what we ended up doing for lunch today. But this will probably be, I want to say, less than an hour. I'd like to keep it less than an hour, 45 minutes. Hopefully, I'd like to keep it short. That way it's not too long. And this should be uploaded as a premiere video. That way you guys can chat with us in the live chat. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. And I think that both of us will be there. I definitely will be in the chat, and I hope my mom will be there. If not, I'll try to answer the questions as best I can if you have any questions for her items. All right, so you want me to go first again, or are you going to go first this time?
Oh, I guess I can go first.
Okay, all right. So what you got?
What do I have? I have to stand up. You see, I got the big board behind me again.
I noticed that.
Okay, so I have 2 items.
All right.
One is a cross stitch, and I'm probably facing the wrong way here. Okay, let me turn around.
I'm going to make you bigger.
There we go. This is a Carousel cross stitch. Carousel horse.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's framed and matted and ready to hang. It's
Okay.
in excellent condition.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to take it out of the frame, or are you going to leave it in the frame?
I'm going to leave it in the frame unless somebody complains about it, because it costs a lot for this. This is a nice gold frame.
Yeah.
It has very nice matting.
Yeah, it looks custom. Those usually are custom.
Okay, the frame is, let's see, 25 by 21 inches.
Oh, okay.
And the cross stitch is 17 by 13 plus salvage, whatever it is that they tucked in.
Yeah. Wow. That's a good size.
Yeah. And
shipping on that will probably be like $25, $30.
Yeah.
I don't know if that includes your packing material on that or not. But yeah, I know when we do that, we usually use heavy duty boxes from Home Depot. And we just make a custom box out of it. It's just it's cheaper than buying those picture frame boxes.
Yeah.
That are super expensive. By the way, I gotta say, I like your Metallica t-shirt. Oh, that's great. So what's your second item?
My second item, I have to stand back up again.
Oh, sorry.
This one I got this week. It's a Frazetta.
Oh, I saw that at the auction.
This is the Death Dealer.
Oh man, that is fantastic.
Yeah. It is a Frazetta. It is a large canvas print.
Now, didn't he design stuff for D&D?
D&D, I'm not sure, but anything that was Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, and the comics and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's great. Now, is that a reproduction or is that an original?
That's a reproduction. If it was original, I wouldn't have been able to afford it.
Oh, I know.
His stuff goes
still
for
really
a lot
cool.
of money. But even the canvas prints go for good money.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And this particular guy, he's got a specific axe design.
Mm-hmm.
And in all of the paintings that were done for this guy, he's the only one that has this axe design.
Wow.
So you can always identify him between the axe design and the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, that's great. With all of the Lord of the Rings and the Ring of Power and Game of Thrones and all that stuff.
Yeah. All that stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
Somebody
will like that.
34 inches by 23 and a half.
Oh, nice. That's a big one then too.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that, but I didn't bid on it because I was like, all right, I don't know if we had talked yet at that point about what numbers we were bidding on. That's one thing we do out of respect. We kind of like, okay, if you're really interested in that item, I will not bid. That's kind of what we do with resellers. It's like, all right, because there's always other stuff that we can bid on. It's not that big a deal.
They usually have 500 to 700 pieces.
Yeah.
A week, sometimes much more than that.
Yeah. Like, I know you do a lot of the dolls and the stuffies and stuff, so I kind of stay away from that because I know we frequent the same locations. Yeah. So I'll just let it go because I don't have a problem with that. And you're more knowledgeable in that stuff, that area, than I am.
Oh my God, I hauled a lot of dolls this week. All German, all made by the same maker. And I'll tell you, hell of a deal.
Are you going to show any of those today?
Not today.
Okay, maybe next week. Maybe next week.
Yeah, by next week I'll have gone through them. But they go from about this big, little guys, to about 12 to 14 inches.
Yeah, you really know your dolls, like the Marie Osmond dolls and all those vintage and antique dolls. I'm more of the modern stuff. Unless it's a really cool, weird looking doll, then I know that there's been a few times you're like, oh, hey, did you take a look at this doll? I'm like, uh-oh. All right, those are some good items, Mom. So if you guys are just tuning in and you're watching this episode and you didn't see the first episode, basically what this is a holiday listing challenge. And what we're doing is we're going over items that we are going to get ready to list. Now, these items can be part of our death pile or we just bought them recently. So we're going to go over each one. And it's going to be 2 each. We're going to show 2 items and then move on and do 2 items. I'll try to make sure that this video isn't super long because I know those of you who are in the live chat, I know you guys got things to do and I want to keep it short. So if we go over again, we'll just create a part 3. This is the original box. I did buy this at a thrift store and I could not believe it. It's kind of like one of those things where it's hard to find, really, and everybody's looking for them. So it is vintage, and here we go. So it is a vintage ceramic light-up Christmas tree. Isn't that fantastic? It's by Marcia Ceramics. All right, so this is made in 1982. That's when it was produced. So I had to take a moment to find the date on the box. Now, this is really cool, and I'm going to put this box down and show you guys because I have it right here on my desk. Here's how big it is. Look at this thing. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I got the base. Here we go. There it is. Isn't that great? So I'm going to keep this one. And so I'm not afraid to tell you guys how much I paid for it. I paid $12.49 for this. That's it. So it came with the original box, and it did come with some of the original light bulbs. The instructions on there state to go ahead and glue them into the tree, but the glue has dried out, and here they are. So we went ahead, popped them out, tried to get as much of the original glue off as we could. It is missing the star on here, and that's okay. I have a local ceramic store here, and I can go pick them up there. They do sell them because they still sell these. They're poured from vintage molds, but you can still purchase these. So if you're looking for one of these and you don't want to pay the very high dollar amount, you can go to your local mom and pop ceramic store, because a lot of times they still have those vintage molds and they still sell them. So they pour it and they sell it, they fire it and they sell it. So if you want one of those, I would definitely reach out to your local ceramic store if you're wanting one of these. Otherwise, if you can, they're not always dated. Like this one's dated on the box, but it's not dated here unless it's a hobbyist piece and they actually put the date on the bottom. But in this case, this is a store-bought piece, but it's still really beautiful. I love it. It does not include the light though. That's the only thing. So I will have to purchase a new light because it did originally come with a light. It does not have one, so there's no wiring, but that's not a big deal. So this is the base, and then of course the light will come on here. Now there is a small hairline crack on here. It looks like, where'd it go? It is right here. You can't even see it. It's so small, but you can hear it when you set it down. You can hear the crack. And then there is a chip right here. It is chipped on the side. It's kind of hard to tell, but when it's laying flat, you really can't see it. So there it is right there. So not a big deal. I am going to repaint it. If you guys know me and you've been watching my videos, I like to repaint stuff because I don't like the paint job. I have stated that many, many times in the past. If I don't like the paint job, I'm gonna redo it. And in this case, I don't like it. It looks like they took a sponge brush and just went on there, and it's not attractive. It doesn't look very well because it doesn't. If you look at the picture on the box versus this, completely different, and it's not very nice. So I'm going to go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to primer the whole thing and repaint it. So we'll see. So maybe a video in the future. So that was my first item. What'd you think of that one, Mom?
Well, I've been seeing those for decades.
So, yeah.
They still sell them, but they have a little bit different ways of just making them. Like some have snow, some don't have snow.
Yeah,
some have all one color for the light. Some have the multicolor.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's not a whole bunch of ways to vary it because it's the same tree with the lights. But
yeah, I noticed that too. The bases are different.
Yeah.
But it's all the same concept. It's a Christmas tree, right?
Yeah. People love them because they don't have to water them. They're not huge to put up. They don't die.
I'm not crazy about the new ones right now. You can find them at like Michael's, Target. I think you can even find them at the home store. And they're like a combination of ceramic and resin. I don't like them. They're just, some people like them because they come in the different colors like pink and blues and stuff like that. And that's fine, but I'm a collector and I like the old vintage stuff. That's just the way I am. But when I saw that, I snapped it up. And I thought I was going to resell it. And Paul's like, "Ooh, how much can you get for that?" And I was like, you know what? I want to keep it because they're hard to get, so the vintage ones are hard to get. So this one's in 1980s, in the early 1980s. So yeah, that's definitely a new edition. And my kids all saw it too. So we already had it on the island for a few days. And once I finish painting it, I'll put the bulbs in there and I'll get a replacement star. And yeah, it's going to look fabulous. Okay, so I have my second item here, and I'm going to make myself bigger here. All right, so this is a little figurine. It is by Enesco, and this is something I've had in my possession for over 20 years now. I think it has been. Yeah, it's been over 20 years. It might have been 25 years. So I have this. It's a little Enesco porcelain bisque figure. It's from 1993, and it was designed by Santiago. And if you're familiar with that, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Here it is. It is a Santiago dragon. Look at that. These are very hard to get nowadays because they break. They break. This is in very good condition. I was the original owner, but I've decided to let go of my dragon collection, and this one goes for about $125 online. That's how much they go for. And he's in very good condition. He has all his wings, still the original glitter on the wings. Beautiful piece, and he's not very tall. He will be lightweight to ship, but obviously for the price that I'm probably going to list him at, I'm going to do priority shipping. But he's a fantastic piece for collectors. So it's really nice. I'm going to probably list this one right away. That way someone can probably try to get him before Christmas.
He's cute. Do they come in any other colors? What is that, a gray or a blue?
It's blue and green. So there were a bunch of them in the collection. Just so happens that this is probably one of the more rare ones. So this is probably one of the more expensive ones. But it is by Santiago. It is by Enesco, and it's from 1993.
He's got the real cutesy, whimsical look on him. He's not.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know people get Enesco a lot. They're more familiar with the Enesco bears and all those. These are the Enesco dragons, and these are highly collectible for these. So if you guys see these out in the wild, or if you have them and you're ready to let go, definitely get these listed.
Yeah, those are cute.
Yeah, it's real cute. I do like that one. Yeah, I'm ready to let go. I need to downsize because my interests change over time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready to let go of some stuff, but I'm afraid to go out digging in the boxes.
Oh.
Because I have stuff I had packed away that was my own. And I mean, if I didn't source again for 2 years, between what I've purchased and what I've got that I'm ready to let go of,
Mm-hmm.
I could make money just on that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, my interests have really changed this last year. Just because life happens.
Yeah.
And the things that, used to bring me joy don't bring me joy anymore. And then a lot of stuff like my dragon, that's been in storage for years. So it's like, okay, well, I never looked at it and I forgot about it. And when I brought it back out, when I brought it back out again, there was no connection anymore. So I was like, all right, I'd rather get it listed and move it on over to somebody else that can get joy out of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to move on.
Okay,
And
what you got?
this is a Slag glass lamp.
Slag glass?
Yeah, it's a shade. I have 3 of them. I'm selling them separately. They're $45 a piece. And it's nice. It's really nice. Slag glass. No chips.
Now, slag glass is just a marble glass, right?
Yeah, and it's got you can't see it in this light, but it does have a slight marbling of color, and it's very light.
That looks like something that would hang down in the kitchen over an island or something,
Yeah,
with the lights.
it can be used as a pendulum type
Okay.
lamp, and there are 3 of them, but you have to purchase them separately. And actually, I bought these off my neighbors.
Oh, did you?
At a yard sale, I went, I want those.
All
Okay.
right, that's really nice, Mom. What else you got there?
Second item. I love it when neighbors clear out their stuff and they got good stuff.
Me too.
There's a Bulova clock, and I'm going to hold it over here. There we go. It's a pendulum clock, and
Wow.
it's with chrome accents. It's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And They go for quite a bit of money. I've got this one listed at $220.
Oh, you already listed it? Wow.
It's listed, yes.
Wow, that is a nice one. Now, is
Yeah.
that real wood?
Yes. This is the second one I've gotten. So I sold the first one. So yeah, this is a nice piece. I have several clocks listed, as a matter of fact, but this right now is my biggest one. And
Is it battery operated?
I believe it takes one AA battery.
Oh, okay. Okay. Nice. And can you hang it on the wall or is it a desktop?
It's a desktop.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so I've got my next items are these huge three kings. They are, I believe they're, yeah, so they got a hook on the top. So I can hang them from the wall. So I guess they're wall plaques. Are definitely hand painted. Here's this one. I mean, look how big these are. Look at that. They're
Did you measure
huge.
them?
Huh?
Did you measure them?
Not yet. I don't know where my measuring tape is at. I had to find it. It's definitely 2 feet,
Yeah, I was going to say at least 2 feet.
maybe 2.5 feet. These are really cool. I did pay up for them though. I could not find anything else like them. They are made of wood. They're a lightweight wood, so that's good when it comes time to ship. But yeah, I bought them each individually. So that's those two. They are the three kings. That's what they are. Let me get the other one. So here's the other guy. This one looks like Jesus.
Oh,
But
no.
it's got all kinds of gold leafing on them.
That's nice.
Ah, they're fabulous. I don't know if they're modern because you know sometimes modern stuff looks old.
Right.
They're definitely hand painted. I'm gonna have to do some more research if I'm hoping that I can find something. But these are so great. All right, so there we go. And then the next item I have is it's still brand new in the box. These are from the Cracker Barrel. These are the red Cardinals. They are the salt and pepper shakers, and they sit on a holly tray. They are ceramic. I couldn't find a year on these. Wait, did I? No, there's no date on them. There's a few of them listed online. I don't think they were last year's. These might be a few years old, but they are just adorable. Let me get these out here for you guys so you guys can see them. These go for anywhere from 15 to 25 each, depending on if they have the original box, you know, what the condition is. I mean, not all of that you have to take into account for when you are pricing your item. So there he is right there, the little cardinal. Salt and pepper. He's cute. He's still got his little bottom in there. I don't think they ever used it. At least it doesn't look like they ever used it. You never know.
Yeah.
They are cute. They're still in the styrofoam, so that'll be an easy ship. Just put it in a box, and because they're surrounded in styrofoam, I won't have to worry about them, you know, breaking or anything like that. So that was a good find. I do like Cracker Barrel. I do really well with Cracker Barrel most of the time, especially the holiday stuff, because it's kind of, I think it's just collectible. People like it.
Yeah.
And they, huh?
Very country.
Yeah, very. Sorry about the noise. My mic is like right here. All right, so those are my two items. What else you got?
What else do I have? Well, I have some cards, and
Tarot cards or just playing cards?
they're called Oracle cards.
Okay.
Well, one of them is called Oracle. The other one's a tarot, but it's an unusual tarot. Let me see if I can get it open.
I haven't been able to find any tarot or oracle cards in a long time at the
Yeah.
thrift stores. I think if you're going to Goodwill and stuff, they don't put them out anymore. They put them on their shopgoodwill.com site.
Well, hang on. I'm trying to figure out how did this one open. Oh, it's a magnet. That's why it won't slide out. Okay. So I'm going to start with the smaller one first. This is an beautiful deck. It's called the Map, and I love this deck. I have a copy of this deck of my own that I've had for years, and I use them for reading. And this looks almost new. It's pre-owned, but it's in perfect condition. It does come with a guidebook. Okay, and I'm going to put up, yeah, Colette is very nice artwork. And then it has usually one word at the bottom, makes this easily to interpret. Some of them are very, very elaborate. This one's an elephant. And this is what the backside looks like. Got so much glare because these are shiny cards.
Yeah, I can see your camera. Your camera's kind of struggling there.
Yeah, okay. I pulled back on it. But these are fun cards to read, and they're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. So, yeah, these are already listed. And I'm not surprised they haven't sold yet, because the two decks that just did sell recently, one was Mary Queen of the Angels. And that one sold for like $45 because it was highly collectible. And it's out of print. This one, I think, is out of print also, but it's not as collectible. So if you want one that's real affordable, this is a beautiful deck. This is a beautiful deck. This other one I've never seen before, and it's gorgeous. And it's like you're getting two decks in one. And it's called Vice Versa. And it comes in a nice box with a magnet, which I couldn't get open because I couldn't find it. And this has a front and a back on each card. So here's the front of what the box looks like, and here's the back. And that's one of the cards. So the cards they're absolutely exquisite. But let's get that out of that. I'm getting that blue glitchy stuff going on. Okay, so here's like the front of a card, which is the positive, and the back of the card. So they have different meanings. They're opposite. The cards are opposite on each side. So it's like, instead of when you read tarot cards, it's right side up or upside down. This one, it's back and front. And they're, again, beautiful cards. But they have different meanings depending on which side of the card you're getting. So this one is gorgeous. And let me see, where did I put the listing on this? Did I not? Yes, I did. My notes are under my box. Okay, the Vice Versa, this is $25 is what it is right now. It's on sale. And the Enchanted Map is going for $18. So these are less expensive than the other ones that I sold.
All right, sorry, Mom. So we're getting some feedback in the microphones. I don't know what's going on, so we can only talk one at a time. So I just muted you, Mom. So sorry about that. But yeah, those are beautiful decks. I know you're able to get a hold of those things really well. I cannot get a hold of those. I used to get them all the time, but not anymore. Now I only see them at the local auction houses, and of course we frequent the same auction houses. So usually I just kind of stand back and I let you go ahead and bid on those to get them. But yeah, those are beautiful. I know the Colette she has some beautiful decks. They're really nice. And so if you guys don't know, my mom, she used to teach tarot card classes. So she knows a lot about those tarot cards. And that's one of the reasons why I let her go ahead and scoop them up, because she's real good at those. She's very knowledgeable on those things.
And I also used to teach oracle cards too. And I tell people, we're going to put the manual away. You're going to do this intuitive. And they got more accurate readings. So that was my first. And my second is totally different. let me get them out here. I sell Stetson. These are Stetson hats. This is a derby hat. Somebody had the top shaped. It can actually be steamed and put out as to a nice rounded top again. But this is a derby hat, the Stetson. You think usually when you hear Stetson, you think cowboy. And they do make cowboy hats, but they do make other kinds of hats as well. This one is not listed yet. None of them are. I have to clean them first. And I do know how to clean hats. So I can clean and steam, and these are nice. They always put a nice satin or silk in the inside, and then around the edges they say what they are, and up here. So this one actually fits my head, but this one is it's Beaver, and it's a 3 times Beaver. So that's the quality.
What's that mean? 3 times Beaver.
Well, the higher the number, the better the quality. Then I have one more Stetson. And I look out for these at auctions. Sometimes people take a lot of interest in them, and sometimes they don't. And I grab them up when they don't. This is more of a formal one. It has the little ribbon on the bottom, whereas the other one had a wide band. And this one has the edge on it. The other one has just the regular edge that has no trim on it. This one has the trim on it. So this is a little different style. Again, Stetson. And these last two that I've shown, the 2 beige ones, they're for a larger head. The little black one will fit my head. And this one it's called the Open Road 25, and it's stamped in here as to that. Again, this was the same owner as the other beige one. The black one belonged to somebody else with a smaller head, and they're very clean on the inside. They just need to be cleaned up a little on the outside.
Those are cool. Yeah, I don't usually pick stuff up like that. I know you sell a lot of those. I've never. I guess I just don't have an interest in it.
Yeah. I go into
yeah.
the store and I go look at the hats, and I get excited if I find one, and you're just like,
Yeah, it reminds me of my childhood, because the high school I went to, our mascot had a cowboy hat, and it was out in farmland. So of course everybody, all the students had a Stetson. They would wear them all the time. But yeah, I've never had an interest in them, but I'm glad you're able to find those, Mom. Those are really cool.
And those are my last 2 for this episode.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had more.
Well, I can grab more if you want me to. I mean, it's not like I don't.
Well, we're coming up at an hour, but I know once we do the editing, it's going to be shorter than that. But we'll see. So, all right. So my 2 items. So I bought this. Let me see here. It's in a box set, and let me make myself bigger. I always forget that. All right. So here it is here, and it's a whole set. It is a Snowman choir set, and it's really cute, and all the pieces are there, and they are porcelain. They really look a lot like Lennox. And so here's one of the trees. I mean, this is how big they are, and they comes with the original box and the styrofoam that you put them in. So I'm not going to have to worry about shipping it, because it'll be all protected, because they have their own little pockets that they sit inside the styrofoam box. But it's all trimmed in gold. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, that's so beautiful. And like I said, it's porcelain. It's hand painted. It's beautiful. And then here is one of the snowman. I don't have all the room on my desk for all the pieces, because these are a good size. And here it is. Here's one of the snowmen, and they're all singing because it's a choir set. And this one has a basket of apples. It's very detailed. You got a gift here in the hands, and look at the gold nose. This is so great. I love this. These are really neat. If I didn't have 5 kids at home still, I would have probably kept this, but otherwise it's just going to sit around. But I definitely want it to go to a good home. This is really neat. I love these pieces. So I'm going to be getting this one listed. I'm going to take some photos, get it listed, and hopefully someone will buy it. There's not very many of them left listed on eBay right now. So I'm hoping I have a good chance of getting this one sold before the holiday. All right, so that was that one. And then my last item, because I guess if you only got those last two, then I won't have to dig out anymore for this episode. But here's my last item. This is really neat. It is a hand sculpture, not a hobbyist piece, but it is done by a professional person. I keep forgetting the name. Let me see. It's got the card in here. Let's see here. So I tried looking it up and I couldn't find anything. I kept getting this weird store. So it's by Sunshine Studios. And this one is the wizard. And the little insert just tells you about wizards a little bit. It is done by a Tammy Young. So that is the original thing on here. And it's real cool. It's a wizard. It's hand sculpted. And it's got like spaghetti hair beard on there. And it does say wizard. And I just thought this was really cool. So I went ahead and purchased this one. And on the back, it's got a little cartouche of a moon and a star. It's really neat. And they remind me of that guy who does the mugs. But it's not the same person. It's a totally different person. But it's a nice, heavy, weighty piece. I have no idea what I'm going to list this for. I'm probably just going to take a guess because I couldn't find anything like it. And it's just so cool. So it says wizard at the bottom there on the little banner. It's really neat. It's different. And that's what drew my eye. It's just different. Different is cool.
Okay, I did find one other thing that was off to the side here. And I need to sell them because it's the season for snowboard boots.
Yeah.
DC. That way. DC.
Oh, here, let me make it bigger. Hang on. There you go.
These are DC brand. They're women's. They're size 8, and they are snowboard boots. And they are in excellent condition with original box. So, and
what size are they?
Size 8. And they're very, very padded.
Sorry, I didn't hear that part.
They're very, very padded. They're size 8.
Okay.
And that's my last thing.
All right.
I made get them listed because it's wintertime and these are snowboard boots.
Yeah. Did you ever get those ice skates that I gave you, those hockey skates listed?
Hockey skates. Probably not because I don't remember.
Okay.
They're probably in the rep pile somewhere.
Yeah. Another thing we'll just have to drag out for an episode.
Yeah. Well, I got tons of odd looking roller skates too.
Mm-hmm.
Some ones I've never seen before anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even look like roller skates. I had to Google lens them and figure out what the heck are these.
Oh wow!
They weren't roller blades and they weren't traditional.
Well, you have a lot of great items, Mom. So are you getting those listed this week then? Because I know we're trying to get 25. Well, I'm trying to get 25 to 30. I don't know. We'll see. I think maybe I'm putting my mark up there too high because I'm 5 kids. I got a super busy life. So
some of these are listed unless I said otherwise. Okay. Most of them, the hats, the boots, and what else is not listed? Oh, the art.
Yeah, the art. That's really cool. All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining us for this episode of our holiday listing challenge. Most of the stuff will go on eBay. I believe it's all eBay, really, isn't it? For you as well?
Yeah. For me, it's all eBay.
Yeah, so all of this is going to be listed on eBay. If you guys are interested in any of it, go ahead and check out our eBay stores. I'll have the links down below in the description area, and you can click on those, and you can follow us. And so anytime that we list something, you'll get a notification that it's been listed. So thank you guys for coming out, spending some time with us. And if you were in the live chat, it was nice chatting with you guys. As always, thank you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.
Okay. Bye.
But I think I'm going to repaint it because I don't like the paint job. I don't like the paint job. And you know me, I like painting little ceramic stuff. That's something you morning. So I'm an early bird. I'm surprised my early bird child is not up yet. He's usually up around the same time I am. They're meant to be painted, so if you touch it up, you're painting it. It's fine. So I thought these were so cute. You got your gear in it or what?
Oh, it takes me like 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's probably when you were asking.
Oh, there it is. It's down with us. Sweet. Nice.